So we really wanted a juice groove jig to help us make the juice grooves on our cutting boards a little easier. And here it is. Just laying out some layout lines, pretty simple. Love that delve square, thing is awesome. And you really have to mark your lines more than once like I do here. My OCD doesn't come into play at all. So just going to the miter saw, making some easy cuts. I always make mine a little bit fat because I can dial it in later if I need to. Nice feet there from the camera guy. Lovely shoes. This is actually the skirt that the bumpers will be sitting on that the router base rides against. I always use my tape measure to measure between the fence and the table saw, a little bit more accurate layouts. And just making some rips. Those are the skirts again for the bumpers. And I think I do have my fingers a little too close to the saw, but I like to live on the edge. Who doesn't? And those are the bumpers that the plate of the router will be riding against when you're making the juice grooves. They go on the little skirts right there. Here I'm making a slit for the T-bolts to go through. That is the fence that's going to go side to side and front to back. So I thought I needed to make a new sled because there was a little bit of a discrepancy between these two pieces of plywood. Later, I realized I didn't need to make a new one because the router rides on the cutting board, not the skirt of the jig. So I made a new fence, which I didn't need to, but you live and you learn. And that's what I'm figuring out right here. Good job. So these are the bumpers that we were talking about. Just laying some glue down, throwing it on there. Throw some brads in, and then followed up with some screws. So these are the brads. Just locking it home. And just a nice little countersink bit. Put it through the bumpers and then drive it home with some screws. Really locks everything in so you're not going anywhere. And there's my doggy in the background, I think, coming in. There he is. Love that dog. And then now we're laying out the dados on the base of the jig. The dados will house the T-track. So makes it easier for the fences to move side to side, up and down, left and right. You'll see that here in a minute. So this is us putting the T-track in. It's a little Vicks bit that I use to get a nice little center hole for the screws to drive home. And there you go. Nice little layout for the T-track. So here's the fences. One goes side to side, one goes front to back, and then that right side fence goes north, south, east, west in all the directions. So those are the bumpers that we were doing earlier, and the router fence is riding against those bumpers to make a nice little juice groove on our board, and the thing worked great. It was fun to make.